Bennett Cerf's Book of Laughs. One day, Marvin went to a farm. "Would you like to take this hen home to eat?" the farmer asked Marvin. "Oh, I would, said Marvin. "But tell me, what does it eat?" At the farm, Marvin saw a cow. What are those two things on her head?" he asked. "Those are horns," said the farmer. Just then the cow went moo. "Say," said Marvin, "which one of those horns did she blow?" Another day Marvin ran into his house. He let a fly come in. Then Marvin ran out of the house. He let in another fly. Marvin ran into the house again. Another fly came in. At last his mother said, "Marvin, I wish you would not run in and out of the house. I do not like all of these flies in here." Marvin said, "All right, mother. Show me which flies you do not like, and I will make them go out." Marvin went over to play with Sammy. "What time is it?" asked Sammy. "I do not know," said Marvin, "but I know it is not 5 yet." "How do you know it is not 5 yet?" asked Sammy. "Because," said Marvin, "Mother said I must be home at 5. I am not at home, so it cannot be 5 yet." Marvin got a new watch. Jenny asked him, "Does your watch tell the time?" "No, it never tells the time," said Marvin. "I have to look at it." "Mother," said Marvin, "Eddie and I want to play elephants, and we want you to play with us." "How can I play elephants with you?" his mother asked. "Oh, you can," said Marvin. "You can play the nice lady who gives us peanuts." That night, Marvin was in bed. His mother called up to him, "Marvin, did you put out the light?" Marvin said, "How would I know? It is too dark here for me to see the light." The next day, Marvin asked his teacher, "Would you be mad at me for something I did not do?" "Why no, Marvin. I would never be mad at you for something you did not do." "That is good," said Marvin, "because I did not do my homework." "Marvin," his teacher said, "if I lay one egg here and another egg there, how many eggs will there be?" Marvin said, "There will not be any eggs." "No eggs," his teacher said. "Why not?" "Because," Marvin said, "you cannot lay eggs." On the way home, Jenny said, "Marvin, look at my grandmother. She went in to get her hair cut. Now she will not look like an old lady anymore." "I can see that," said Marvin. "Now she looks like an old man." One day, Marvin had his hand on the wall of a house. A lady asked him, "Why do you have your hand on the house like that?" "I have to have my hand here," said Marvin. "I have to hold the house up." "Hold the house up? That is not funny," the lady said. "Go on home." So Marvin did, and the house fell down. Crash! The next day, Marvin fell in a lake. A man saw him fall in and came to get him out. The man asked him, "How did you come to fall in?" "I did not come to fall in," said Marvin. "I came to fish." That night, Marvin ran to his father. "Father," he called, "Andy just swallowed my 10 cents. So Father shook Andy. He shook him, and shook him, and shook him. At last a dime came out of his mouth. "Here it is," said Marvin's father. "Here's your dime." "But this is not my dime," said Marvin. And he swallowed 10 pennies. "Marvin," his mother said, "put your shoes on." So Marvin put his shoes on. Then his mother said, "Look here, Marvin, you did not put your shoes on the right feet." "But, mother," said Marvin, "I do not have any other feet to put them on." One day, Marvin did not clean his room. His mother said, "Look at this room. Just look at all this dust." "Why, you cannot write your name on this with your finger?" "It is good that I can write it with my finger," said Marvin. "I do not know how to write it with a pencil." One day his teacher said, "Marvin, here's an elephant. Can you tell us where we find elephants?" Marvin said, "We do not have to find elephants. They're so big they never get lost." Marvin made a picture. It had lots of colors. A lady came over to see it. "Oh, what nice colors," said the lady. "Your red is so nice. Your blue is so nice. I wish I could take those nice colors home with me." You will, said Marvin. You just sat down on them. The next day, Marvin ran over to a man and said, Mr. Smith, your house is on fire. The man jumped up and ran and ran and ran. And then he stopped and he said, Why did I run? My name is not Smith. My name is Jones. Marvin sat on the steps of a house. A man came up to Marvin and asked, Boy, is your mother at home? Yes, said Marvin. She is at home. Good, said the man. Then I will ring the bell. So he rang the bell, but no one came. He rang the bell again, but still no one came. He rang again and again and again and again and again and again, but no one came. Then he said to Marvin, Boy, did you tell me your mother was at home? Oh, yes, Marvin said. She is at home. Then why does she not come to the door when I ring? Because, Marvin said, she is not here. This is not my house. One cold day, Marvin ran out with a shovel. Where are you going with that shovel? His father asked. Marvin said, A boy fell in the snow up to the top of his shoes. I am going to dig him out. His father said, He's in the snow just up to the top of his shoes. Why must you dig him out? He can walk out. Not this boy, said Marvin. He fell in head first. Marvin had on his good pants. He was going out with a pail. His mother asked, Where are you going with that pail? I'm going to get some snow, said Marvin. What? Said his mother. In your good pants? Oh no, mother, said Marvin. In my pail. That day, Marvin came home from a party. He said to his mother, I had a lot of ice cream and cake at the party. The ice cream was so good I took some for you. Then Marvin put his hand in his pocket. That is funny, he said. Now where's that ice cream I put in my pocket for you? Sammy told Marvin, One time my father shot an elephant in his pajamas. Marvin asked, How did the elephant ever get into your father's pajamas? One day at the zoo, his father asked Marvin, Do you know why we call this a giraffe? Marvin said, Because he has a big, long neck. His father said, Why would his long neck make us call him a giraffe? Well, said Marvin, did you ever see a giraffe with a short neck? Marvin gave a kangaroo some peanuts. Then the kangaroo jumped out right out of his pen. He jumped far away. The man ran up and asked Marvin, What did you do to make that kangaroo jump so far? I just gave him some peanuts, said Marvin. Then give me some peanuts too, said the man, because I have to go and get that kangaroo back. Marvin was at Sammy's house. I have to go home now, said Marvin. Do come again, said Sammy's mother. We would like to see more of you. How can you see more of me? Asked Marvin. This is all there is of me. There is no more of me. The end.